Joining me now is criminal defense lawyer Jeff Hershberg. Jeff, thanks for being here with us today.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So I'll start off by getting your reaction to the jury being dismissed. How common is this?
It's common if there's an issue with the jury or with a juror that may have whose issue may taint the rest of the jury. So as a global, with respect to all cases, it's not that common. But when something happens, you have the option sometimes to discharge the jury and continue on judge alone if everyone agrees.
Now, we obviously can't get into the judge's mind, but what could have happened to prompt this dismissal?
Well, from what seems to have been reported and the statement released by two of the lawyers, the team for Mr. Formenton, it appears that a juror felt that she was being made fun of in some way based on either her clothing or something of the sort, and that caused an issue for her. So, the fact that a juror jumps to such an extreme conclusion based on what I presume could only be facial expressions when jurors enter a courtroom or a courthouse, it's telling of how dangerous such a juror could be to the jury as a whole. And we're, many days into it, so you don't know any effect that it could have had. In a case as sensitive as this, you don't want jurors who jump to conclusions like this.
Now, the trial will continue by judge alone. What does this mean for the victim and the defendants?
Well, for the complainant, she's done testifying. She will not have to testify again. For the defendants, it seems as though they have all agreed to continue the case before Her Honor. So now, instead of 12, it will be one person who decides the case, and based on the evidence that's already been heard and the evidence still to come. I do want to say, just based on Daniel Brown's statement that was released, I've known him for my entire career. I've known Hillary Dudding for her entire career, and I have no doubt that they would never make fun of a juror in a courtroom or in a courthouse in any way, shape, or form. In a case as high profile as this, it's nonsensical. All eyes are on the defendants, on their lawyers, everyone in the courtroom. So with the amount of eyes on people in this case, it makes absolutely no sense that they would have done this.
So with no more jury in the room, could this change the way that either side is approaching this case?
Potentially. With a jury, you have to explain more sometimes because they don't know the legal arguments or some of the legal terminology. It could speed up the case based on the types of cross that one might do, or the examination in chief. So it will change things to a degree, but I don't expect it to change much.
All right, that is our time. Jeff, thank you very much for being here. That is Jeff Hershberg, criminal defense lawyer.